at 6.
Today we celebrate best friends. Plus, after 10 years of thousands of people searching for a $1 million treasure, it is discovered, and details on a bridal showcase and vendor fair that's taking place this weekend. Good Day Live starts now.
Celebrating the people and places that make the Wabash Valley unique. WTWO's Good Day Live, sponsored by the Hoosier Lottery.
Well, good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Dana Winkleplack. It is time to schedule some time with your BFF. Today, National Best Friends Day. The special day falls each year on June 8th. Now, studies have shown that friends are good for your health. Strong social support can actually help reduce your risk for depression and high blood pressure. Adults with a rich social life are more likely to live longer than those with fewer connections. Meanwhile, two best friends in Rochester, New York decided to make a small gesture during these unsettling times. But you know what? It ended up having a big impact. As Dan Gross found out, their efforts even got the attention of a country music superstar.
It was a simple request, black or white, relax and have a beer. Best friends Benjamin Smith and Marcus Ellis set up in their driveway, hoping that people would just stop by. Turns out they were in for so much more than that. And thousands of reactions and shares across the entire country later.
It's insane. Awesome, brother. It feels so great. Such a good feeling knowing that we're making such a big impact on the community. And
now, sure enough, this message even made it to Brad Paisley. He stopped by their party on a Zoom call, shocking the best friends.
Man, I am so thrilled to meet you, first of all, face to face like this. I'm so inspired by you, and we thought we should deliver more beer than you can possibly drink. And
well, thank you. Cheers. Appreciate it, Brad.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of beer shipped directly to their house just hours before the call.
You're going to be... Yeah, this is going to be a popular destination on this street.
The timing couldn't be better for Paisley, who just released a new song called No I in Beer.
Grab a long neck bottle or a big old pint and let's all have a few.
The country megastar even hung around just like it was a block party for the next half hour.
And is this the oldest boy?
This is Connor. He's turning 13 this year.
Beer and camaraderie might be soothing salves in this time, but Paisley and Smith and Ellis have never forgotten the true heart of the message.
I'm trying to hear out my friends in the black community, and I know that's what you guys are kind of together doing the same thing. I think trying to learn, and I'm all ears. Always have been. I've had big ears my whole life. No, it's like
Yo, it means the world, from space and back to another galaxy to the other Milky Ways and whatever. It means a lot.
It's kind of, I feel like through the rioting and the protests, I kind of felt like I was being torn apart, and it was rough.
Yeah, look at all those guitars.
Sorry.
You're right, bro.
And this is what builds it back up.
Well, Benjamin and Marcus, they met building cell phone towers together, and they have been best friends for years. Well, this guy certainly needed a friend. Residents of a community in Scotland rescued a baby fox that was in a pretty tight spot. Take a look. This little guy ended up with its head stuck in a rusty wheel. It happened over the weekend. Cutting equipment was used to set the animal free without causing any injury. Once released, the fox simply ran off. A British man rescued after being trapped in a well for 6 days in Bali. 29-year-old Jacob Matthew Roberts fell into the 13-foot deep well, broke his leg. He became stuck, had to be rescued. He had to call, though, for help for days. Eventually, he was heard. Roberts remains in stable condition at an area hospital. All right, now to a huge discovery. Have you heard about this? Someone found a treasure worth millions of dollars. They actually had to decipher a cryptic poem. That's what led to the chest of gold. Gadi Schwartz tells us more.
Somewhere deep in the mountains north of Santa Fe, an 11th century treasure box filled with millions worth of gold, emeralds, and antiquities has finally been found. And online, a community of treasure hunters is going wild.
The unfindable has been found.
Forrest Finn is an 89-year-old art collector who stashed the treasure more than 10 years ago in an effort to get people off their couches and into the great outdoors. Now telling me over the phone, a man from back east has finally deciphered the secret clues he left in a poem.
From there is no place for the meek. The end is ever drawing nigh.
But so far, Forrest has been mum on the man's identity, saying he learned the search was over when the man emailed him a picture of the treasure and in a post describing the secret location under a canopy of stars in the lush forested vegetation of the Rocky Mountains. The discovery coming after years of hundreds of thousands of people trying to find the chest that, for me, started as a local reporter nearly a decade ago in Santa Fe as one of the first to cover the modern-day treasure hunt. Since then, thousands have shared their own quests, like Ray and Chloe Harp, who say it's brought them closer as a family.
It's brought us together out in nature, out in sunshine. I mean, I think that was what Forrest wanted, and it gave us a perspective of the world that our children will never forget. And
today, hearing the news is bittersweet.
It feels like the last page of our favorite book.
But the story hasn't been without significant danger. There have been countless rescues, and at least 5 people have died while searching in treacherous terrain. Authorities long urging Finn to call off the search. Despite Finn's insistence, the treasure was hidden in a spot that a 70-year-old man would be able to reach. But today, that exact location still a mystery. Finn saying the treasure hunter wishes to remain anonymous, and now it's his secret to keep.
Pretty amazing. Don't you wish you'd have found it? Well, another priceless day here in the Wabash Valley, but things are going to be changing up. Jesse Walker will have a check of our forecast. And family dinners, they can be so important when it comes to spending time together. We'll get some tips on reconnecting.
Bell Tire is now open. Get in right away and get up to $220 off a set of 4 tires. The lowest tire price, period. And a guy who will give you more free services to help you get more out of your tires and more for your money. Get up to $220 off 4 tires and more free lifetime tire services. So see your guy now. Get up to $220 off and more at Bell Tire. Contact-free service available. Now open by Meyer and Terre Haute.
At Dorset Nissan, we want to thank you for considering Nissan during these uncertain times. And to lend support, Nissan's offering to well-qualified buyers special APR and 90 days deferred payments. Dorset Nissan, US 41 South, Terre Haute.
At VR Custom Graphics, we do more than just print shirts, banners, and promotional products. We're also your one-stop shop for all your business needs. As a local business owner, you're constantly trying to attract new customers. The most important ones are passing right by your front door. Tailor your message in high quality to attract new customers into your business. We're the area's only authorized HCI dealer offering a worry-free 5-year parts and labor warranty with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call today for a free quote and schedule an on-site demonstration for your custom digital sign from VR Custom Graphics.
We can print it. Beverly Plumbing and Heating, a fully licensed, family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience to service you. Beverly services the entire Wabash Valley, commercial or residential, and any make or model. Utilizing the latest technology in the industry, Beverly can customize any project from tankless water heaters to commercial projects. You can rest assured, Beverly has you covered.
Quality services are claim to fame. Call Beverly. Beverly, that's our aim.
I'm Betty Lanke of RE/MAX Real Estate Associates and the real estate television show Home Hunting with Betty. Join me Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. on WTWO.
The Dorset Automotive Live Radar on WTWO.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's been a warm and humid day today. A lot of sunshine early. More clouds are moving in now, and those clouds are actually the beginning part of the tropical system. We've talked about that all of last week, how it would impact us, and, well, it's already impacting us with some cloud cover. You can see what it looks like right now with our Graber Post building cam. We're looking south out of the south side of Terre Haute, and that's where the clouds are coming in from the south. So you can see the clouds are starting to thicken, and we'll be looking at mostly cloudy skies moving in this evening. Here's the cyclecast projected for 7 p.m. Eastern time. A lot of cloud cover starts to move in, but temperatures warm in the mid-80s. Basically no rain chances until tomorrow, so you're okay as far as should be staying dry. Look at these temperatures, though. We're up near 90 degrees across the area. Not overly humid again yet today, just like the weekend. It was very warm, but the humidity levels were down. The humidity is going to jump up tomorrow, though, as that tropical moisture moves in. Watch what happens with the wind. Right now, coming from the east, but as the tropic, or what's left of the tropical system, moves to the west of us tomorrow, our winds will pick up. So we're projecting tomorrow at about this time, around 4 p.m., we will have sustained winds at 20 to 25, maybe gusting as high as 40 miles per hour. So it's going to be windy. And then even as we get into the day Wednesday and the winds change to the southwest or to the west, it's still going to be pretty breezy. So it's going to have an impact on us in a lot of ways, and wind is going to be one of those ways as we head through the next 2 days. Here's the satellite and the radar. You can see the clouds just beginning to inch into the area from the south. The system is still pretty far south of the area. But the good news on the Dorsa Automotive Doppler radar, nothing showing up, so we're looking dry for the evening hours. Here's when we'll see the first chance of rain. I really don't think anything tonight. As we get into tomorrow, probably not even much in the morning, probably early afternoon. So we'll stop the clock for you. Once we hit, say, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we start to see the first bands of some rain moving in, probably peaking towards the evening hours, and maybe some severe weather. A lot of times these tropical systems have a lot of what we call wind shear involved in them, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. The wind shear allows storms to become severe. As we get into Wednesday, maybe a few leftover showers early. Other than that, we should be pretty much done. It will be breezy, though, but drier weather will start moving back in. The entire area is under a slight risk of severe weather for tomorrow, so it's something we'll keep an eye on. We'll be looking at the afternoon and the evening hours, it looks like. And then after that system moves on, notice we're in pretty good shape once we get into Wednesday late. Rain chances are gone as we head into Thursday, Friday, and pretty much through the weekend. First part of next week, we get into a different kind of a weather pattern, cooler, less humid, but also a drier weather pattern. So for tonight then, mostly cloudy, warm. We should stay dry tonight, 73, so very warm. Then tomorrow, showers and storms move in, most likely in the afternoon. A few could be strong, winds gusting to 40 miles per hour, high of 82. After that, maybe a few leftover showers, mainly early on Wednesday at 82. Then temperatures are still warm but less humid on Thursday and Friday. And check out the weekend. Highs in the upper 70s, lower humidity with some sunshine. So it looks like once we get rid of the tropical system, more good weather moves in to wrap up the week and head for the weekend.
This is Union Health Today.
If you live on Terre Haute's east side, Union Health is getting set to make your life a little more convenient. I'll have details next.
Do you know the symptoms of a heart attack? Classic symptoms include chest pain, pressure, fullness, squeezing or heaviness in the center of the chest. You may have discomfort in one or both arms, the back, neck, jaw, or stomach. You may be short of breath with or without chest pain. Women are more likely to have shortness of breath, vomiting, or nausea, and back or jaw pain. If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, call 911 immediately. Save your heart. Save your life.
In just a matter of days, the Union Medical Group will cut the ribbon on its brand new 14,000 square foot location here at Sycamore Terrace, just off of State Road 46. It will house an East Side convenient care, a dermatology, and a family medicine practice. Pam Smith is the Director of Clinical Operations for the Union Medical Group. She's been the one overseeing this project.
Before we actually go live, I'll have the staff here with the manager and with probably a few doctors, and I'll play the patient, and we'll walk through from the patient perspective. What did we forget? What do we need to work out? My goal when we open a building is that everything is smooth and you don't even know you're in a new location. This is a growing population over here and a lot more businesses, and we felt like that we need to take care of our patients on the east side. So from a Union Health perspective and a medical group perspective, we wanted to do this, and we had somebody approach us and say, hey, are you interested? And it just kind of worked out, and I think it's going to be a popular place for our patients.
The ribbon cutting is scheduled for later this week. We'll begin seeing patients at this new location on June 15th. I'm Mike King. That's Union Health Today.
Well, new research suggests that taking antidepressants during pregnancy may pose some risks to newborns. The study looked at more than 15,000 pregnancies when the mom took antidepressants. It showed babies born to these women had an increased risk for respiratory distress. Women who took higher doses were more likely to have a preterm birth than those with lower doses. Experts say depression or anxiety may partially explain these findings, but just encourage women to discuss the risks of antidepressants with their doctor. doctors. Well, if one of your goals is to have more family meals, a study says communication is key. Researchers at Ohio State University looked at more than 200 parents who were also patients in weight management programs. It showed parents who had better family communication more likely to have family meals without a television on. A new Yale study shed some light on the role of flavored e-cigarettes when it comes to Americans' smoking habits. Researchers surveyed nearly 18,000 teens and adults, and this is what they found. Young people who used flavored e-cigarettes were no more likely to begin smoking than those who used tobacco-flavored versions. Older users of flavored e-cigs were actually more likely to quit smoking than those using the tobacco flavors. Well, up next, some details on the Five Willows Spring Bridal Showcase and Vendor Fair. It's taking place in Sullivan this weekend.
Dalmatian Soft Wash is your expert in